today we are going to talk about a few subjects actually when it comes to communication. I want to talk about why communication is very important and how you need to communicate it. Um, there are definitely different ways of doing things. You have the social media communication, you have the outdoor communication, which not many companies nowadays use, especially for outdoors. When it comes to social media communication, I've said in the past that the way you need to create social media communication, it should be always to the point, precise, and especially when it comes to Instagram, which is more of a image-based platform. So you need to be really careful on how you actually uh, work on Instagram and how you actually design the post, making sure the image it's 80% or 70% image and the rest is text, so that Instagram algorithm can help you actually reach more people when it comes to um, views and likes and followers and so on and so forth. Whenever I drive, I always notice different ads that are on the street, especially in some of these media, which is billboards and lamppost. Billboards, of course, we all know what's billboard, which is the huge structure that you see on the road with an ad or an announcement and so on and so forth. And then you have again lampposts, which you always have those light poles on the middle of the road, and you will always have like a sandwich type of advertisement or uh, communication that's there on the streets. Especially in Bahrain, you always have like three, four, or five of them together. I don't think they sell like one lamppost. Usually they sell like four or five different lampposts, one after the other, so that you can book them or something like that. That's what I remember. So today I'm going to talk about a couple of campaigns that I have seen on the street, which I've noticed that it's really bad. When I say bad, like it's not, it does not apply to the rules of how you actually communicate to the public and how you design such a campaign or such an announcement, let's say, or a communication. Let's be clearer also. So I took a couple of pictures. I'm not a big fan of the pictures because um, I've taken those pictures while I'm driving, so I had to slow down because I have to be careful if there is any car next to me. So I took these images like really fast, um, just so that I can actually take something. So I want to show you the first one over here. Um, I'm just looking at it through my phone, and I'll be reflecting it on the video itself. So if you look at over here, this is done by Spring of Culture. Spring of Culture. Um, I like what they have done over here with the phone number 399 which is the most important because this is the call of action. So call for action is call us this number and book your ticket or book your seat. Okay. Now what is the mistake that they have done over here that I've noticed that they have used a lot of dark colors, and some of the texts are, for example, see 25 February, that's in Arabic, so 25th of February. It's also dark, so you have dark font behind a dark color, so hence it does not even pop out. You don't see the date clearly. Considering that, like even the logo, look at the logo, it's very calligraphic logo. That's something that maybe this is something to do with them. That's fine. But again, I like again how they have placed the phone number, which is big and bold. Okay, great, good job. But even if you look at the phone number, it's not 100% white. Also, like if I was their place, I would have even created a way that it's like 100% white, and making sure that it's done in a way that I will keep at least a stroke around it, or a shadow just to pop out. And even look at over here behind the phone number, there are some like some design, and so it's like a distortion. You're disturbing the phone number. So this is something that I'm 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 totally against, because when you have phone number and you are giving call for action, you should make sure that there is nothing behind that's clear and crisp and it's popping out, so that people see this is a lamppost. So when people drive like 60 kilometers per hour, 70, 80, depends. So for the person to see your phone number and the information that you're presenting over here, it's with a split of a second. So you need to really be careful how you communicate, especially on the lampposts. These lampposts are expensive. I guess this is for the government, Ministry of Culture, so maybe they are getting it for free. But even if they are getting the lampposts for free, they have to do production, right? It's cost. So again, the date is dark with the dark background. It doesn't make sense because it's very hard to see the dates over here. Okay. Um, Overall, I think out of the three images I've taken, this is the okay one, but it could have been better. Okay. Now number two, this one. Now I don't understand why some companies or some designers have to put everything, all the information in one lamppost. Now you always have like four or five. That's the reason I've said earlier. You have always have four or five lampposts or three lampposts. Like you can have the first one, for example, the first lamppost like Moda Expo and a nice date, like a huge date under it. Then the next lamppost is, for example, what is the whole expo all about? For example, um, let's see, what is this all about? Beauty, fashion, whatever, huge, bold. And the third one could be phone number for booking, for example. That's it. What they have done over here is the name of the sponsor or the name of the person who's going to actually attend, who's organizing. Then they have the name of the expo, okay, Moda Expo. Then they kept the name of the hotel, what are the dates, from what time. Then they mentioned over here, which is this, that the entrance is free only for women, and they have kept the phone number and even an Instagram account. You have so many information in one lamppost, which doesn't make sense. This is wrong. This is like totally wrong. I wouldn't actually, if I was a marketing manager over here, I wouldn't accept this. I wouldn't accept this for a moment. And if I'm the designer, I should never be a designer. I'm sorry to say that, but this is the truth. I know some designers are told what they should do, but I always encourage designers to actually debate or talk to the client, say no. But then again, some clients also are um, they resist advice, they resist ideas, but nevertheless, this is totally wrong. You cannot have this many information in one lamppost. This is a waste of money, and this could have been better. Again, these lampposts, they have like usually you get four or five lampposts next to each other. Like you have one, then you have the second one, and so I would kept one information. This lamppost, huge text. The other next information, the other lamppost, huge text, bold, popping out. Then I'll keep the third one, another information in that lamppost, huge text, call for action, bum bum bum. That's it, to the point. Unfortunately I don't have an example of a good design because I tried taking a picture of a couple of them, but I could not get. But kudos to Bahrain Islamic Bank. I've seen their campaign. I don't remember what campaign it was, but I liked how the way they presented, how they communicate. Is only one or two words, big bold, popping out. Then you go to the next one, another 2 3 words, and phone number huge. So this is how lamppost should work. Lamppost is basically, to me, is like reinforcing a campaign, just to remind people on the street. That's it. Um, Having it, um, having such information, like as you see, Moda Expo, so much information, people won't read. I tried reading this, like by driving. I could not read. I just could grasp Moda Expo. That's it. But what is the information, the rest information, I could not read because I have to stop my car, literally, and literally for like few seconds and try to read everything. Then I have to drive off. So again, um, this is a really bad lamppost, Mod Expo. I don't like what you have done. Now, number three over here. Again, I don't know. Number three over here. I don't know who has done this again, but it could have been way, way, way better. This is like even worse than Moda Expo. And if you look at even the logo, BIDW, Bahrain International Design Week. I understand. See, this is Bahrain International Design Week, and you have a logo such as this, which is I know it's like um, it feels like it's incomplete somehow. The logo is like incomplete. Something's wrong with the logo. And maybe okay, maybe they have a concept behind it. I'm not sure what is the concept. I don't want to judge over here. Maybe there is some idea behind it. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it's like construction. I'm not sure, interior designing. But again, the logo doesn't seem. It seems odd. Okay. Then you come to the, for example, over here to the date. Look at the date. Is it 7? Is it 1? Is it what is the date? I'm not sure. See, I'm looking at 7 right now because I understand. Many people won't understand it, and you kept the date so small on one side and surrounding it with so much text. And over here again, free entry. Look at the free entry, how they have placed it. It's totally wrong. Then you come over here, you have all these sponsors. Who You lost so much space. If you have not placed the sponsors, I know why you're adding the sponsors. See, sponsors, you can add them during the event. When people go to the event, and you can have all the sponsors. You don't need to put the sponsors on the lamppost because that's where the ad is. This is where you are actually communicating to the public. Hey everyone, come to this event. We are waiting for you. We want you to come and see what we have. We want you to come and engage. So that's the reason. So sponsors are paying money for this event so that this event can be successful. I don't think there's any sponsor who pays so that just their name to be there. Unless they have a lot of money, they don't know what to do about it. But again, this is a lot of information in one place. It is very hard to read, very confusing. And even look at this free entry. It's in a circle and it's tilted. It's not even straight. Even look at this in Arabic. Um, Again, too much text. I don't know what this guy is doing over here with the camera next to him and the watch. It doesn't make sense. There is more text over here. Because I have taken the picture, it's not even visible because the text is too small and the camera could not read it in the evening. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'll be doing more of these videos where I can find mistakes by different companies who communicate. So I'm trying to create this channel to show ideas of how you can even improve. That's the whole idea. So again, this is a lamppost that I'm seeing over here. It could have been better, way better. Um, Again, people drive on the street. It's a split of a second. You need to grab attention. You need to create impact from the beginning or the first few seconds when people drive. The first 3 to 5, 6 seconds. Communication is not easy doing with the public, but if it is done in the right way, with the right design, with the right way of the right colors, and if you know your target audience and you know what they like, what colors they like, how your target audience like. I could literally if I was the marketing manager or the project manager of this, people who actually attend, I would actually ask, do a survey. How did you come to know about us? Yes, I came to know about you guys through your lamppost that I've seen on the street. Okay, can you tell me how did it impact you? How have you noticed the lamppost? Was there any information that became the lamppost that grabbed your attention? And of course, the people, at least if you could survey at least 30, 40 people, at least you have an idea why your lamppost really worked. Understand what I'm trying to say? So, so that's it. That's my conclusion over here, and this is what I wanted to share with everyone. And and always make sure that whatever you're communicating, especially on the street, billboard let it be, lamppost let it be, because every day as a human being, as people, we are so much exposed to different ads, especially on our phones. You are exposed every day, so people are usually fed up of getting these information and ads, and also whenever you do an ad, especially when it comes to outdoor, it should be clear, intriguing, and intriguing design, something that impacts, and making sure that the text, that the copy should be creative, at the same time less text, big, bold, light background, dark text, or dark background, bright text. Don't have a dark background with dark text. It doesn't make sense. It will not pop out. Nobody can read it. So it should be always the opposite: dark, light, light, dark. That's how it works. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully you have learned something from this video, that tomorrow if you start doing communication, you understand, or at least implement your communication the right way. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.